Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to the Ascending Lifestyle YouTube channel. My name is Sarah Davis. I am the head owner. I don't know if I should give myself like a different, I don't really care about the title, but anyways, hello. I hope you guys are doing very well today. So a part of the ascension journey that I believe is necessary in order for you to become conscious and aware in a certain type of way, right, is further education. I think that education is extremely important. And I think that when you get to certain levels of your life, being able to understand why it is that you're studying certain aspects of certain things over something else, right? So I've done a lot of work to understand where it is that I want to be in the next 3 years. This whole entire week, I've done a lot of work to really try and break down how I can achieve those goals. And one of the main places that I want to start and need to start, is it's a foundational tool for what it is that I'm trying to build personally, is understanding how to garden properly. This is something that I really want to, gardening itself, right, is something that I really want to make a lifestyle, a part of my lifestyle. I want it to be interwoven in the way that I exist, right? So I want to be able to grow crops that carry my family, you know, and I want to be able to have, I always call it a working garden, like my dream. In the next 3 years, something that I want to be able to build is a working garden, right? And it goes hand in hand with me making body butters, oils, all of those things, because having a working garden is not just about feeding my family, but it's also about feeding my business and my soul, and having the knowledge of what it is that I have within my garden that I can use, that works where I live, that I can use on a regular basis within my products, right? That's extremely important to me. So as I've been coming into this self-realization, right, I went to a store in a town that's probably about 2 hours away from me, maybe an hour and a half. But I was coming back from a family weekend away, and I was in this store and they had this beautiful book. And I am so incredibly excited. So what I want to do is, as I go through this book, I want to go through it with you. So I guess that I'm creating a book club on YouTube, which is really exciting for me. If you would like to join the book club, I decided, I have it on my calendar that, or if this is something that interests you and you might want to go out and buy the book and then just chuck in every second Monday of the month, I will be doing this for, I have it mapped out because there's, I believe, 12 chapters within the book. So I wanted to do a chapter a month because I want it to really build up, like the work that you'll see. But I want to do this for the year. I want to do a chapter a month, and I really want to dive deep into that chapter and dive deep into how I'm going to map it out, how I'm going to take action on the chapter that I have read. So that's what I want to do here. So I'm really excited, and thank you for being here. So let's go ahead and get into it. So before I go ahead and get into chapter 1, I do want to talk about the intro of this book, because I really, really love the way the author comes through. I love her voice in her writing. Her name is Melissa K. Norris, and she does the Pioneering Today podcast, which I've never actually listened to, but because of the way that she writes, I might take a listen. But this is the very first page. This is the introduction. You see her in her element, and then through her words, she's able to come through so strongly. And I love this picture as well, because one of the main goals of mine that I have for the garden itself and for the apothecary is I really want the garden to be able to be something that nourishes my family, right? And I want it to also be something that my family can participate in and build together, right? And I think that it's just a beautiful place to do that, to give to the earth, and the earth gives back to you. I just love it. And I can't wait to get this whole thing started. So let's go ahead and just go into chapter 1. It's planting your food crops. Okay, this was a beautiful chapter. There was a lot of, initially, like right off the bat, what you get from the author is her humility and her, I love it that she right away is recognizing something and pinpointing that thing, that problem that she's able to solve for the reader, that it took her and her husband some time to figure out. And one of those main things that she talks about, excuse me, is sort of mapping out and planning your garden itself. Instead of just having a garden that grows a bunch of vegetables that actually doesn't go back into your family itself, is kind of something that's beside the point, right? Why would you want to grow a bunch of food and put all of that effort into it and it's not something that your family even indulges in or eats on a regular basis, right? It kind of defeats the purpose in my perspective. So right away, she initially admits that something that her and her husband lacked doing the first couple years was actually planning out food crops. And something else that she really does well within this book that you really get a feel for, I want to show you guys. Because I didn't do it... I didn't do it in as great of detail as she gives you to do it. And I want to do it. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. All right. So she gives these little worksheets. And basically, you become the witness to your family. And you really take a step back and you pay attention to how much of each specific thing that your family eats frequent of, how much they're actually eating, so that you know how much to grow, so that you can really prepare for. It's kind of like it's exactly like doing a budget, but for your food and for your garden. All right. Another thing that I really loved, I talked about the observation energy, right? Being the witness to what it is that you're going to plant that works for you. I put that she gives or has you look up your zone and frost dates so that you can understand what grows best in your area, along with how many days you have to work with. I thought this was amazing information to give, and she teaches you how to find it out, why it is specifically important to know these things. Because even if, like myself, right, I eat a lot of avocados, but avocados are not grown where I'm from. So for me to even try to grow avocados just because I eat them, it's not going to make sense, because it won't be successful, because they're not grown. They don't grow here, right? So that's important to know, and that's important to understand when you are setting it up, so that you can be more strategic and you have less failures when it comes to your food than you do successes. And the last thing I put on here is the worksheets. Worksheets in the book are phenomenal. I think that they are very self-explanatory. I think they really break down the chapter well. And it's just, see, she gives you the information for the frost days, what zone you are, how many days of the year you actually have to grow. So you know some plants will take longer to grow than others. So you kind of know in the way in which serious strategy goes into this. And it's amazing. I'm very excited. So yeah, that's it. These are the worksheets. That's the chapter. This is basically what it's going to look like and feel like for the book review, I guess, the book club for the year. So if you are interested, go ahead and subscribe below so that you get updated. I am going to be doing a video releasing them the second Monday of every month, so that I have enough time to really put into motion what it is that I am learning within the chapter itself. I want this one to be a little bit shorter. I was hoping for 5 minutes, but we're closer to 10 at this point in time. So I will see you guys later. I hope you have a beautiful day wherever you are. Thank you.